forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, Moda should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me, you know exactly what happened up Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened up Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The government of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
Despite of the many challenges in Liberia, poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment, the question are, how Liberians can reconcile with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address hardship issue. My response may not go down well. Dara Dela, who campaigned against hardship, use of hardship against President Weir. I want to publicly apologize to President Weir. We did not understand the constraints and the reason and the justification for using hardship.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Parker, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? To answer these questions plus many more, John K.O.K. and Princess Elisa Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 7.9.
The first thing, yeah. I am
to go Steve to the main store. So the man wanted for you to go Steve on the web post. Yeah. He said, I'm join to go Steve to the web main store. They get money to the store there. We go take it from there. I said, my man, how many bars for the same lecture? How can the police catch you now? The police go before the man call me back. Now on the 18th, they more.
Same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
Who want for you to go Steve?
Yeah, he called me on the 18th. Yeah. Now in there, around 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I'll let you be and call you back again."
So that time you go to where?
I go to where?
Hey, you for working place, you come to the man.
Yeah, I'm from to my working. Clarence to now go to the man. No, I don't go Steve. I go Steve. I go to yeah. How you question the thing you want for me to explain for you to understand? Then you still question me, doubling the question. How be the talk clear?
I beg you sorry.
I say
When they call you in there now.
When they call me in there, he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say we are 3.
He told him, say, you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want you tea to carry to the.
You say, you want you what?
Tea.
What tea?
I'm your tea.
Oh, your tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink
with bread.
Bread.
3 pieces of bread.
With egg inside.
With egg inside my butter. So when I carry it to the when I say carry to the main, when you give it to the main, then you must come back to the car.
So they fully make you now, you carry that so they go convince your friend now.
Yeah, when I give it to the man, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends call me.
Yeah, the same day going on now.
Yeah, the same man.
They say one for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are two now. We G. Then they are two.
A big Jibo.
Yeah. Black BG. Photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now, no, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'm leading whole town now. You can judge people.
I just answer your question, sorry.
You can judge people that can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I'm making sorry.
The way you talk in the question, tell I say when I move from here, I'll free. Tell I say when I move from here, I'll free. You say one talk again. Exactly. I wanted to make a whole talk to you, but talk in the question. Hi, looking, then you want force and no more word again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to again. And said they come to the office of OSP.
Like tea is to me, they come to get paid. You say you get a tea to the man. After you get a tea to the man, and you come now. So what next?
And for me, I will not there.
Nobody you get in there. You say, ask me too much question. Hey, there's things say make your egg and bread. You bring it to okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give me answer now, then
Okay, explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go now. Go to school.
The English say many the English.
Okay, sorry. No, I say sorry now. Sorry.
See, Ali, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say, I can take that to
explain.
Hey.
Okay.
You want to talk about your relationship? He's one of the person who
that I'm a very small part of the leader, man.
How are you, right?
Yeah, but I don't spend 14 hours of my day on the social network. How you would be doing what for people can get on the internet? It's easy to sit on the internet and just type. Go outside.
He used to be your friend.
Go out. He still is my friend.
I'm not no problem with you. Listed,
Yeah, but I have no business.
Why would you? Huh? See your friend.
But I have business. I'm in life. Life is a journey, bro. So young man.
You're on a journey.
Yes, I am. Very specific one. Be one to
So you regret company. They said it's a project.
And when you say company, there is a very funny person. You'll be when he laughs a lot.
What does that mean?
He's funny. No, when you sit down and you enjoy your company. I mean, he's somebody
that he's a funny man.
It's not a backhanded compliment, man. I know how to make a backhanded compliment. This is not a backhanded compliment. He's a funny guy. He's humorous, yes.
Now you like him?
That's one of his speaking qualities.
Really?
Darren's is you say what Darren makes you laugh a lot. He's a funny guy.
Not to be funny, he's humorous.
He is humorous.
But not in a negative sense, right?
Not at all.
So whenever you want to laugh, you come here around.
For what?
So you can laugh.
I can listen to it in the morning.
Let me tell you something. No people are shooting us.
Freedom Communication Incorporated brings you Freedom Hall. Freedom Hall, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shape the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. And I'm subject them to the same treatment. If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, that should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me. You know exactly what happened up Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened up Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The government of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
Despite of the many challenges in Liberia, poor education, jobless, and underdevelopment, the question are, how will Liberians be reconciled division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet My response may not go down well. As Daria Dina, who campaign against private jet, use of private jet against President Weir. I want to publicly apologize to President Weir. We did not understand the complaints and the reason and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is sitting president, Lofa County, and his men who try to have a country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life?
It's a rescue. But I wanna ask you one question. How you came the rescue? You're not giving the people what they want, and you say you came the rescue. Let me ask you, it's a rescue. The people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero on your experience. But why you to us? So why the rest not stable? No job, no food, no on the table. Not just the political. Once you not get no money, rest that your kids can't go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping for the bringing poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people. I hate to say you not to love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you be the rescue? I gave it to the people what they want. Then you say you came the rescue. Let me ask you. It's a rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we not see it. I'm a person your rescue team. We not see it. You tell the whole country people into CDC and unity, they can't keep you. You dance out, you wish haunted. Now when they die, what they are giving people suffering. You dance out, you wish haunted. Now when they die, what they are giving people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You know your rescue team. I said, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you. It's a rescue. The people say not like you.
Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9.
Let me ask you. It's a rescue. The people say not like you.
This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Kai. I'm here with Princess Alexa Vanja Colley and Aziron Roosevelt. There are too many things happening in the country, a lot of issues going on in the Republic. As we speak, the Liberian people are currently, confused. They don't know exactly what to do when their county Lofa is being encroached upon by the Guineans. The government is ensuring the citizens that nothing is going to happen. There are too many assurances coming up from the government.
They can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now when they die, but they are giving people suffering.
I take that back. There are too many assurances given to the people of our country.
Downsizing, you wish haunting. Now when they die, but they are giving.
But the assurances are not, correlating with what's going on at the different crossing points across Lofa County.
People suffering.
The people in Kwanuboni District, Lofa County, are also having their own issues. Foya Statutory District also got her own issues as well.
You wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering.
And so, with Lofa County, being deeply troubled with this issue of the Guinean eviction, better still, the Guinean border crisis, it is very concerning. It is about time that our country, the Liberian people, get to understand exactly what is going on with their country. On the flip side of issues, the Student Unification Party at the State-run University of Liberia, the party is organizing a nationwide protest on the 14th of April. The protest is being tied job and justice. SUP is asking the Liberian government to ensure that justice is done to all of the rape victims and the different sexual abuse victims in the country. At the same time, asking the Liberian government to address the issue of unemployment in the country. So they will call this one the job and justice protest on April 14th. All of these plus many other issues will form the basis of the conversation, including a recent bullying by citizens against Darius DeLon. And also with the very same Senator DeLon being caught live on camera spanking the behind of a cultural troop dancer. All of these plus many others will constitute the menu on today's edition, which is the Monday's edition of 87.9's Freedom Hub. When we come back, we'll bring you the rest of the conversation.
From the center to interior,
Constable Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you get it. This is a message from your own self-woman, woman self-sign.
Yeah, like that. Jerome, good afternoon.
Yeah. Another week, another day. Good evening to everyone following us.
But why is Constable sounding very slow? Why is Constable sounding very, very slow? Maybe we gotta ask on the same time. Why is his song sounding very slow? But again, welcome back. I know everybody worried right now. It's very, very concerning. But like Jerome said, it is a brand new week, and we're glad to be back on the radio. Let me say good afternoon to all of our people. I mean, this is something we don't do very often. We don't greet the people. Yes, sorry. We can just jump here and start talking like that.
No, we can
say hi.
Yeah, we can say good afternoon, good evening, pleasant welcome.
Everybody needs.
Yeah, and we can take our time to speak to them. Yeah. So we want to say hats up to all of you. And trust me, Freedom Hub, for almost 7 years, 8 years. We've been down there. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. Freedom Hub is very catchy. There's a whole lot happening, and so we got people been listening to the show for over 7 years. And trust me, except some that aren't in the country, except they are not in Monrovia or they are not place where you have the network. But once they're in town, once they have our signal, beaming across their gadgets, trust me, they will listen. And if you find yourself in that category, just clap for yourself,
And one of the places you don't have to forget is the traffic, especially the transcycle.
The keke. Oh, keke man, what man? Yeah. You play freedom hub in one of the keke, Nana, just no say, God bless you. If you're not riding your own keke, pretty soon you'll be your own boss man.
Oh, Professor.
Oh yeah, so pretty soon you'll be your own boss man. If you're not, if you're riding for somebody, pretty soon you'll be your own boss man. No car will jam you.
I don't know if at the end of the year, I'm just saying that you can get Keke Listener of the Year from Princess.
How do we know? How do we know who is the best Keke listener?
That one at the end of the year, but you can put it in a category where you can do your own analysis.
So maybe we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it somewhere somehow. But our Keke people are very, very loyal. The taxi drivers. I mean, I listened to a particular story. Oh yeah, I listened to a particular story. So yeah. So I listened to a particular story where this taxi driver is our follower. So he had his passenger in the vehicle, and one papi is a supporter of the Unity Party, very strong one. So when he charged them from ELW, from how you call this place? The ELW route, ELW to town. So it is either they were going towards Junction or leaving from Junction to come to town. But one of this the stuff happened. So the guy charged them, and the next thing was they started blasting at him. Why are you charging up? He said, "But so buying gasoline $1,000. The public jump out. The public. You so what you want proof? You want proof that at that time, Jerome, Alexa and our show was the one on in the vehicle, and the driver kept the show on loud. So the professor, that Iran in America, 40 minutes they were gathering per hour. I had to tell the driver, so the person said the taxi driver was about to say, or anything was happening with the Ukraine and Russia war and COVID-19, you're blaming CDC government, but before the driver could open your mouth to say, another passenger already jumped in front of him and said the same thing. A big vexed. So let me tell you something. If your thing is expensive, you gotta leave it. Okay, you know what? I'll pay for everybody.
Oh, wow.
So when they explained that story to me, I was like, for how long is he going to sustain it? How many cars you enter and when people bring an argument against the government, then you go and pay for all of them because you don't want the government need the sport.
He doesn't want to hear bad news about the government.
So if you're in the taxi pray, you get one, by the saying the taxi that out. By the time you start criticizing your government, you pay for all of you.
And on my way to the station around Asmo Street. At the land authority, one woman talking, she said, the people there, the acting judge said that I want brother Parker in power. You can find Joe Parker supporters easily.
Yeah, I was saying that.
They kind of teaching, they seeing the reality now. They kind of teaching because they don't want to take that responsibility.
But who brought in the power?
Exactly.
You go ask everybody. They don't know how.
No one wants to own him.
They almost said. She said, "The people there are they place they can like that we don't want to brought the Parker to power."
We need Chris to set up this thing for us. The WhatsApp what we are doing our chit chat.
So I said, oh. So they think that is serious. Everybody spirit forget for Parker.
No, I mean that's not what it is.
But nobody wants to identify with Mr. Boakai.
Or something that's struggling.
No one wants to say,
the
hey,
struggling.
I was one of. It is really hard. I saw on the social media someone said, if nobody voted Boakai, how did he become Liberia's president? Because he asked this person, no, I didn't vote for JMB, no, but I didn't know that they were here again and we still have Joseph Boakai.
The truth of the matter is there are people who voted for him, they are alive. The WhatsApp, the people who voted for him, they are alive, but like you said, nobody want to identify with failure.
Yeah,
especially when it is rocky, you will find people, finding excuses.
Everybody wants to be connected to.
And some of the reason why the guys are not openly identifying with the government Some of the reasons are very, very, very simple. The first and foremost is the government got plenty of things that they promised that they wouldn't have done, but they are breaking all of those promises. At the same time, the government got plenty of things they said they would have done, and they are not doing it. Almost like the confession prayer in the United Methodist Church. Where people say, for you in our church before you know the thing.
You say you're not in that church again.
Mm-hmm. So like in the church, you will ask God to forgive.
No. You have to pause, apologize to princess.
Okay, my former church. I apologize.
So you took the first one back.
I apologize. My former church.
You have still been at church. Go back.
No. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. But we're still waiting for Chris to set it up because we want to play some interview from Lofa County. The land being not easy, so that's what we're having.
Samuel said most of the guys, they are not using GMB photo again on their page.
No, so
like as their profile, you're not actually using that.
I was saying something. So GMB is
professionals.
Yeah, okay, fine, it's right. Like in my former church, they'll say, even though we still recite that prayer. Okay, in where we are at the moment. So he said, forgive us, for doing those things which we ought not to have done, because we have done those things which we ought. Forgive us because we've not done those things we should have done, because we've been doing the things that we ought not to have done. So the one that we're supposed to do, we're not doing it. The one that we're not supposed to do, and what we're doing. And what happened to GMB? Jeremy promised that, for example, he will not ride private jet. That one part already break the rule. Even he go big, the president in Guinea, a private jet in carry. So the private jet rule.
And they don't say we should understand that.
Okay, yeah. So that's why.
One of the feelings.
And so the rest of it. So there are too many things he said he wouldn't have done, and he's doing it. Now the things he said he would have done, removing harmonization still sticking up in your throat, you can remove it. You fight corruption. It's not easy. Corruption, you can fight it. So President Grisby has fewer money for, the country until the public pass off. I mean, we can get about the code now, so no issue. The Minister of Finance got a record of budgetary allotment that did not meet the proper, stuff, and so the rest of it. So in all of it all, then you put the LEC there, where the LEC bossman say.
I mean, that's
and that's why we're asking Chris to set up this thing, because
they said LEC can play second half.
No. So the point is the LEC bossman finished telling the whole country
the same thing about Africa.
They are not paying.
Yeah.
The money is going to pay the Aricos. That's why we not get current active in the country, and that's incompetence on a very high grade, and that's it. When we're going to election year. We had active current in this country. The current was very stable when we were going to election.
And when he came as well.
No, so 2024, it was terrible because the guy just took power, decided whipping money, eating the money anyhow. They don't care, so they were not paying the people money in 2024. But the thing that happened about data in 2024.
And the first picture came from President Bouaka when he went to Africans. They wanted to show that they were in control.
No, what he went for to Aricos was to see whether the previous government were paying the money actually.
Okay.
So they went there to you trust a friend.
Yeah.
So your friend said, "Oh, I'm paying $40 for the community current." Instead of you keeping the current on to be paying the same $40,
you're doubting.
But yellow for say, what? When that community current make can collect money, we not pay. When you cut the land, they will go to the power hall.
They'll go
ask how much the men who are living in the room before paying. So when they went there, they said, no, but the men were paying the same $40.
Okay.
So I don't know why I not can pay my money, and because you don't pay the money, why I cut the current off? They say, oh, okay, sorry, we'll be paying for today onward. The person say, yeah, but if you don't where you say you don't pay for, you gotta pay it. So I mean, this thing about people witch hunting and finding stuff, but the current situation.
Why is the refinery that they were building in Grand Bassa County?
Okay, so all of those issues are issues that we'll have to talk about. But like I said, let the crisis finish. Yeah. I used to say something that I don't want to say again. you know, I used to say something about the whole border issue, but I don't want to say it. But let the crisis finish, because from where we sit now, trust me, there will be time the government will not put money in the budget for anything. And it will only be about the Lofa County and the border operation. I'm being honest with you about it. Because what Julius J and the rest of the folks uncovered in Lofa is very scary. Do you know that according to the report that was done by Julius J and other journalists that went to Lofa, a portion of Kwanu Bonin district was taken away from Liberia in 2025, last year. And our government tell.
Oh my God.
I mean, just hold on. I mean, we got all of the audios there, the videos that we got, we'll play, you know. And so sometimes when you're talking these things, you know, people start to think you're making this and that, and that's terrible. That's very terrible. But we'll have a whole conversation around it. The lawmakers went there. That is where we start the conversation from. You know, the lawmakers went to the border. Was it on Saturday or Friday? What was
Saturday?
Was it on Saturday? Saturday? Yeah. So the lawmakers went to the border on Saturday, and
but I'm still finding it difficult, Oliver and Princess, to actually accept that after the president came back to the country, to the entire country, that everything is under control. More than 72 hours or a week. This is not to where the president, you know, look about. I'm still finding it difficult, Princess. I just can't believe, and it still comes to where people think that they should be in opposition. I will still say it. I don't care whether you accept it or not. But this government has to take responsibility, because you cannot be behaving like you're in opposition. If I'm in opposition, I can just come and say anything. The government don't say or not, nobody can tell me say they voted for me. But you said something that everybody believes that
it gives the people hope.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, farmers return to their farms with the hope that, okay, our president came from Conakry. You know, he said everything is okay. You know, and the Guinean people already issued statement that the soldiers should leave the border. But before you know it, again, the people crossing their equipment, different things. I mean, it's frustrating though.
And
it's highly frustrating.
As a leader, you don't just speak for the trends. No,
Mhm.
when you speak, it should be taken seriously, because that means it goes strictly into effect, and the people you are speaking for and the people you're also speaking to, they understand that this has already been tested, and here we are, our leader has spoken to us, so obviously we're not going back there. But Mr. President spoke. Mr. President repeated different lines, different phrases, and some people actually trusted what the president said, his address to the nation. And people are like, okay, let's go back to, you know, what we're always doing here. People went back to what they usually do, and they went back and met something else they did not actually expect. So now it seems like maybe the president's speech or the president's address was just to merely say something, because he wanted to say something. And I'll go back to, it is not always about just reading beautiful speeches every now and then. And you have some people running around with a particular paragraph where he was talking about, you know, because we're using diplomacy doesn't mean we're weak, and all those different things. So I don't know if they were here again, and the people of Lofa County, especially that part of Lofa, they're still going through a whole lot. And I'm sure all of us trying to find just the different videos. I watched some of them, I listened to some of them, and the people are disappointed. The people are somehow scared. The people are hungry, because some people have their farms. That's basically their way of life. That is their lifestyle. That's how they survive. So if they cannot have access to their different farms, how are they going to survive? That's a big question. So the president had just gone there, and he did whatever conversation he had with the president of Guinea. I don't know what exactly it was, because they did not get back to us with a very clear point as to this is basically what was discussed, other than the Ministry of Information also sending out a release that talked about misinformation, disinformation, and it talked about a directive as well. Like we sensed a lot of different contradictions when I read that the other day. Oliver had a few, you also had yours. And now we're back to square one.
So I think responsibility, as you guys talked about it, it is important for this government to take responsibility, to be very accountable for what's happening.
Okay.
It is also important for this government to be able to clearly state where exactly are we, where, what is the status of the problem, the situation, because you can have, these people in your very hometown, they're struggling there, and just imagine, God forbid, if they're sent to different counties, what exactly are going to do? Will swim through the oceans to go to different countries to find refuge. And disappointingly again, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, you're trying to find that, right?
Oh yeah, we already have it.
Yeah, also going there. I mean, just what we said the other day.
So I don't know, Princess.
Yeah.
Instead of accelerating, the issue is planning, because
Yes.
they should have started from the superintendent,
Yeah.
and then to the speakership, and then
Exactly.
the president is last. But when the president couldn't settle,
Now
the
you have
superintendent went
like,
there,
it doesn't
couldn't
make sense.
settle. The speaker and his deputy went there. I don't know.
So,
do we
so
have to
yes.
have
So what is happening right now is very, very troubling, and I'm hoping that, like we said, yesterday was church day. The day was Friday, and we are hoping that our Muslim brothers and sisters and those who are Christians will continue to pray for our country. It is very important.
It is at this point.
Yes, it is very, very,
Every prayer is needed.
very, very important. So we want to begin with what transpired during the course of the weekend with this border issue. We'll jump to other topics. The first one is I want us to listen to Senator, not Senator, Representative Yeke Koluba. Yeke says something about what he believes as a lawmaker, a critical voice, and a former security officer in this country. Remember, Yeke was running SOD. They have 2 million security intelligence that you and I, we do not have. So let's listen to Yeke and see what he has to say.
That the meeting, Mr. Parker went in with the president, it was resolved in that meeting according to my source. And Mr. Parker agreed in that meeting according to my source that we were going to take the AFL from over there and take the post from there. The simple thing is giving up in a custom for the start collecting taxes. So in case you are yet into town, they will bring people to start collecting taxes. But I will make it short on the level. Then when you see those car falling out, they say you need to pay, and we can't vote for you again. I hold out in the water. Your people until your budget take time. Why you're trying to move me, I know very well that Joseph Boga will not president. We want to tell the people of Lofa County that Mr. Barker will come up with the truth to let them know that the meeting Mr. Barker went in with the Senate President Jumuya. It was resolved in that meeting according to my source. And Mr. Barker agreed in that meeting according to my source that we were going to take the AFL from over there and take the post from there. The simple thing is giving up being a custom for the start collecting taxes. So in case you are yet into town, they will bring people to start collecting taxes. But I will make it fun on the level. Then when you see those car falling out, come and say you need a public, and we can't vote for you again. I want to take your letter.
Okay, so Jerome, I mean, in 30 seconds, you represent Koluba.
In 30 seconds, thank you, Oliver. I don't want to take you against serious, to be frank.
Okay.
For me, I like to be frank on issues.
Okay.
These are people who cause problems for our country.
Mm-hmm.
When Princess, Oliver, and other folks were saying, this is the pathway, choose this way, Yeke then was saying, Bwaka is the best.
Okay.
What did he see in Bwaka?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was saying, are you not benefiting, so you angry or upset? Did the people push you away from Bwaka? So good message, but not, this is not to be political, but he's not the anger to actually say this.
Okay. Unless you heard,
Yeah.
you guys said the Guineans are moving their materials and so forth.
Okay, so I'm now going to focus on the message, or I'm rather going to focus on the message.
Mhm.
And I'm saying this because I think everyone has been wanting to have a clear picture of basically what was discussed and what exactly was our president's input as to how to resolve the issue at the border there.
Mhm.
So, according to Yeke Koluba, who is the messenger, I'm going to focus on the message, his source had told him that our president agreed to have our officers, right,
Mhm.
to be removed from the border.
Good.
So, in other words, it means our president had already, threw in the tower that he had already agreed that
That's what Yeke said.
exactly based on what Geke said that, oh yeah, we're wrong. Liberians are wrong, or Liberia as a country is wrong, and you can take back what is yours. We're sorry, basically. So it also means if what Geke is saying is 100% accurate, it means our president had gone there to rather apologize, instead of basically saying, hey, we are Liberians, and as the president of this of my country, I'm here to stand firm in support of my country, or to discuss the nationalism and patriotism the other day, right? So if what Yeke is saying is factual, then I think we have to be worried, because it means also
Mhm.
our government is not being honest. Our government is giving false hope
Government is not telling us the
the
truth.
people.
Good.
So it means Liberians should be able at this point to say, hey, if whatever that's going on cannot be resolved, if our president had already, given a clear a picture to the people that, oh, I believe that we're going to remove our people, and you can take what is yours, I apologize. It means the Bush should stop being scared. They should just leave that whole space. It means it is not for us anymore, 100%. So they should have to resettle somewhere else in maybe other towns and villages if possible. I'm saying this based on Yeke Koluba's stories and his message.
Mhm.
So now, since the fact that the Ministry of Information had talked about misinformation, disinformation, and the president also re-echoed that in his address, now it is the moment for our government through the Ministry of Information to get back to us and be able to counter these claims that, oh no, this is inaccurate and this is the accurate information that we have.
Okay.
So it is again back on the shoulders of the government to prove that all these pieces of information around the country, from one source to another, these pieces of information are not true. So they have, the final information. That's what I think.
Okay, so I mean, the both of you made it clear, and I will understand the Jerome angle. At the same time, the message from Yeka too should not also be thrown on the carpet. Jerome want people consider Yeka to be an authority,
Like a voice, yeah, I understand. I understand it.
because the reason why we are here in the first place is because people like Yeka then saw the truth, they saw the reality, and they decided to play politics and bring a new government to power. Howbeit, the deal has been done. We are now deep into the third year of this administration, and whether you like it or not, there are people who voted for Joe Biden who do not want to see him today.
Yeah.
There are
it's
people who did
number.
not. Yeah, there are people who did not vote for him. They are the ones celebrating
Yes,
him
yes,
today.
yes, of course.
So there will always be this dynamism, the dynamic nature of politics, where it is going to be shifting based on interest and the rest of it. But like Alexa said, for Yaga to come up and judging from his history, I mean, a former player man, the former ATU man, former everything, the lawmaker, there are briefings that he can get, we can get it. For him to come up and say the Liberian president agreed in Conakry that the people should take their land. The portion that they say for them, they should take it. That's what Yeke said. Now, this is a lawmaker. And you understand that? He's a member of the government. So if he come out to say this, have you seen the Ministry of Information writing and saying, oh, the Ministry of Justice said this and that, whatever the case is, like Alessa was suggesting. So I mean, we should be calling, and that's why I wrote on Yeke today. I wrote him hoping that he will come on the show during the course of this week so that we have that conversation. We have an extensive edition. He should be able to tell us, or better, the government should be, if the government is saying all the things why Yeke thought are nonsense,
So
right?
what is true?
Then the government should be coming out with the authentic part of it. Because Yeke is saying you agree that the Mokari Soluma, town, the Mokari, the other they call it do what kind of some kind of place in some kind of place in do. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. But it's in the Kwanabone district. If the thing started from Toya, right? But it is now going to the Kwanabone area. And people are also saying it could go to other parts of Lofa where you have Guinea crossing points. So if you did not agree, if the government did not agree to allow Guinea to take the portion of Guinea for them, then it means Yaka is lying. If Yaka is lying, then the government will have to come up and tell exactly whether there was a particular MOU signed. Because the Yaka mother said the MOU recognized bilateral relationship, this, cultural, similarity, all the other things. But they're not going into detail to say, and now therefore the piece of land running so and so degree now be for Guinea and so we need the details. The government should be bold. The president should come out and tell us. The three governments sign any piece of paper, indicating new border points. Did the three governments agree that all of the original borders remain intact and nothing be changed? We need that particular detail. If we do not have it, then it means what Yaka is saying. Yaka could be having some. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. So, Samo, thank you very much. That's Kunandu area in the Kwanabone district. So first it was Solomon area. Now it's Kunandu. Who knows? Somewhere else could be captured by the Guineans. Who know who? I mean, we do not know. So when the government is silent, or better say, if the government is unable to adequately communicate what she is involved with, the people are left to wonder. And coming from Yeke, I would not trash Yeke. Yeke is a lawmaker. I mean, I would not trash his information and say, oh, I got liquor or I working at all. He's a lawmaker. If the government feels offended, if the government thinks Yeke is not saying the real thing, you can arrest a man for misinformation, because although we are not in an era of state of emergency, but this is a sensitive matter. All right? So a government that is confident that the thing you're talking are nonsense, in lying, you won't excite the people, right? The government will believe that way, then that government must be able to arrest the situation. You'll be able to bring in the book, because what he is saying, he is not hiding it. The man not gossiping. He's sitting in Oro and talking to a few people. He is on an international wire. The Guineans themselves are following our politics. Oh, but since the thing happened, how many Guinean bloggers they are following? Oh, my man, nobody can catch me well. Nobody can catch me well. I follow a lot of Guinean bloggers. If I can't understand what they're writing, I can translate it. Oh, yeah, I'm being honest. If I can't understand what they're writing, I can translate it.
Everybody gotta be.
So equally, there are Guineans too who are also following our Liberian political space to know who is saying what. So if Mena Yaka will come out and say our president agreed with the people president that they must take a piece of land where they're taking, and a Liberia wrong, and the government is unable to do something that will ensure the truth is out, then it means the government is indirectly conceding to what Yaka is saying. And that's my take on it, Jerome. Before we go to the next video. In the next video, the lady is explaining in Kisi, and there is an interpreter telling exactly the story of how the people are in serious destitution. They are suffering. They are going through a lot of hell. The poverty is about to creep on them, more than ever before. We want to play that particular part of it. But you wanted to say something on the Yaga issue before we move?
Yeah.
Just quickly.
Politics, radio, and even my real life, I found it so difficult to lie to the inside.
Okay.
I can say yesterday, Yaka was bringing fake information against President Weah when he was saying like he was in this place and some of the places President Weah went, he brought goodies for the country, and today we see people using. So I can say because Yaka was head of SOD, he's a lawmaker, I just see this thing as there is something we used to call liar can't lie to me again. There are two people.
So here's the thing, Jerome, right? When Yaka had a lot to say against former President George Weah, we were here again debunking and providing the right information, right? So our point here is
we're not saying what Yaka said
as
truth.
much as Yaka is who he is and is not to be trusted based on what you said to some extent. Now it is upon the government of Liberia to debunk what Yeke has said
just for clarity.
The CDC government, like you talk about, there were instances where the CDC government came out.
The same government will come and they'll come and lie.
So
For me,
happens,
I just can't take Yeke serious. Good message, but the one who pushing this message is I think just stomach it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we have to move on.
So we go into the. I mean, the public will decide. We go into the Solomon situation.
Yeah.
Now, in Lofa County during the course of the weekend, the lawmakers were there, and why they were on a very, very, how you call this thing, publicity stunt.
Yeah, it was like they're branding for a new company.
Yeah. And what they didn't know was that was the most risky journey they ever took.
They're supposed to capture the and carry them.
Yeah. No, I'm being honest.
I have never listened to President talking about it.
But listen, Richard Kuhn, the speaker. No, Richard Kuhn.
Oliver. Princess.
No, but she said it.
She has been careful.
She said it.
Accepting bad things.
She said they should have captured the lawmakers. Open the lines, and you know how many people agree with what she's saying. So the point is, so the point is, my brother. The point is this. Look, you see, our lawmakers, and that's why I'll take us back a little bit. When I was ahead of him, I had multiple shows where I would ask the followers, the audience rather, and we'll ask them, between the executive and the legislature, who do you think we should hold responsible for the backwardness of our country? And on many occasions, almost all of the editions I've had, the Liberian people will always blame the legislature for the backwardness and nonsense we keep having in this country. And I'll say this, and I'll say it for free. The lawmakers in this country don't know their power. They don't know who they are. The worst thing on the face of the earth is to not know who you are
and the power you possess.
Thank you. Of course, know who you are. Obviously, will give you an insight of the kind of power that you have.
There are some leaders who do that.
Thank you.
They know who they are, what they have, and they implement.
Good.
Like we see the men from Guinea trying to do.
Thank you. So my thing is, the legislature is our problem. Richard could sat down and allowed people carry him the Lofa to go showing the properties. Because that was the only reason Tifa carried a friend into that place was to show them
the mansions
he built, the other projects, the farm, other things for you. But there was nothing serious they went for. And it was a risky thing they went to do. Are they aware of what would the country go through when one of them not living? When one lawmaker not living, what we can do in the country?
Go for election.
And a by-election. The rank we can use to have the by-election.
Real money.
Why will over 10, 15, 20 times lawmakers go sit down to a very serious crisis point?
Hot point.
Do they know that anything could have sparked up in a place? We got money to go conduct 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 by-election in the country. You know how much money down there? But beyond that, this is only showing to us that the current administration we have in this country, whether you like it or not, is deeply rooted in incompetence. This is the most incompetent government we have had. And I challenge the guys in the Unity Party to refute what we are saying, to debunk it. This is the most ineffective. You know why? Because some of their decisions that they would normally make are decisions made out of hypothesis. They're guessing. They're not exactly about anything they want to do. Man, how the hell you start a diplomatic arrangement with the president? No, listen, how do you start a diplomatic conversation with the president? How do you do that? When you start at that level, if it fails, who you think will go and make it get better? Who do you think will go and make it better? From the moment this thing started, a serious-minded government will commission a department at the Ministry of Local Government. Look, even the Internal Affairs Minister, you reserve him. You know what? You get some kind of cabinet minister for some kind of thing. And the Lofa County Superintendent, the Joint Security Chair in Lofa County, let them cross and go to that part of Guinea, meet with their own local government people, and start the conversation from there. Start the conversation from there. Make several other efforts. But I'm not going to go way deep into the rest of the other conversation about the local government structure and how small things can be done. Now, why would Rete leave from Monrovia with his friends and go to a very tense area? The security people are stopping surveillance from leaving Solomon Town to go to the water side. What I should tell you is that the place is a buffer zone. It stands. And we're just going to speaker. And the guest speaker in Guinea. And we got ECOWAS Parliament. A serious-minded country. Sound speaker. Educated people. A region very educated. Very knowledgeable about governance. He will not risk the lives of he and his colleagues.
I don't even know what exactly.
But I said no teaching to university.
No, forget. No, I mean the context of education I'm talking about is not about the paper given.
Understanding.
The context of education I'm talking about is not about the paper.
When to act, how to act,
a serious educated individual will. Thank you. Like a lesson will know when to do what. So if you're supposed to do this particular thing and you don't do it, and you think we're gonna consider you educated, you can get all of the papers given to you by all of the universities around the world. You are still not educated.
He is not intelligent. Yeah, let's go that way.
You have ECOWAS Parliament. The ECOWAS Parliament guy, the ECOWAS speaker. You are a speaker. There is a speaker in Guinea. Call your colleague. Mama, let's have a conversation. Our president went to your president. If Joe Baga didn't tell the country the truth, I know Joe Baga told Reggie Kun the truth. Because he's the third most powerful president in the country. Right? So Reggie Kun should know the details of the meeting that was held in Guinea. So if Reggie Kun is judging from whatever report, now I don't want to say report, judging from whatever briefing he may have gotten from the president, because the president needs to report to, except for still in the nation address and so.
Maybe private conversation.
Fine. Judging for whatever privileged information that Richard will get from the president, you could call your colleague. Be right in Monrovia and call your colleague, the speaker from Guinea. And so, man, our president went like this, what's going on? Maybe the speaker in Guinea got different view from what the president got. Because look, man, the president is saying this, but listen, there's a way we can go around this thing. Can you come to Monrovia? Can we go to Abuja? You understand it? ECOWAS Parliament. Can we go to Abuja? Can we go and meet the ECOWAS Parliament Parliament speaker in Abuja so that we can have this regional conversation around it? Because going to Lofa County, I'm told they get law, they got not less than $4,000, as DSA. They're all waste of time. The people sitting up to the border crying, they are hungry. And you're jumping in vehicles, going to the border, taking pictures, nothing else to do down there. It was useless and very risky for our country.
Who did they meet?
They went to the place and go have a meeting with superintendent.
And that's why I also have another view, right? So I don't want to repeat what I said so Rachel Cohn, as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, along with some members of the national legislature.
Yeah,
right? They had. I wouldn't want to say they had. They have the power to sit up capital and summon whoever is to be questioned. And Oliver, you recommended that I think it was time for LRRC and National Disaster Management to be able to go to that part of Lofa and provide relief to those people there, because they cannot go on the farm. They cannot, access the things they're supposed to access based on what's happening there, because some of them are scared, even though you have some men trying to brave the storm and all those things. So Rachel Cohn, in fact, those people just went there because they knew they were going to get some money in their pockets. That's what I personally think.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Because they went there to address the public or the people. They should have sat right up here and do exactly what they did in Lofa County.
And away from that,
there was no way to go there. Retico has held different, I think ECOWAS and MRU, whatever, something quite recently. Exactly. You have billboards all across the country.
And away from that,
right? So you have the influence. I talked about personality and influence. You have the influence as the speaker to reach out to your counterpart or someone from Guinea who is also a speaker. Talk to him and know exactly what happens. It doesn't mean what the president had told you as a privileged briefing is not considered, but you also want to get different sides of what's happening to be able to make an informed decision. But I mean, here we are.
Look, Jerome, and my people listening, Gregory Como went to the border.
Like everybody, I know they have operational forms.
No, I mean plenty of
Gregory Como in the middle.
Gregory Como went to the border.
In the middle, that's
with
Nelson Fremont. Nelson Fremont was the first man who went there 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Then Gregory Como went to the border. The immigration boss and other people that went there. So you had the joint chiefs.
Everybody
of the national security going to the place. You are the third most powerful person in the country. You are the speaker.
Some of those people who
all you need to do is call Prince Jordan, we're lying in here. Let them go sit down.
I lying my hair.
All of you, I have business.
Don't be using your intelligence to teach the speaker.
So listen. No, hold on.
No, the speaker had to
No, forget that. Forget that. My plane is sailing. I don't want to have a crash in the air.
Continue.
Richard Cool as the speaker is the third most powerful person in this country. And we just talked about the security chiefs that went there. Nelson Fremont.
Yeah, he was the first.
Greg Como, the immigration bosses, 130 and other people there. They went there with all of the BB guns. All of them were bulletproof. Good, no issue. Yeah, I got issue about that one. Yeah, so
bulletproof that were not used.
No. So all of the security chiefs went there with their men. You're the speaker. Invite your colleagues to one hotel or the conference room in your office. Okay, y'all go by the RLJ and call the security chiefs and say, look, you guys went to the place, give us briefings.
What happened? Exactly.
There's a national security issue, give us briefings. You will even convene. The speaker could have convened a quick emergency meeting of the committee on national security, right? Convene a meeting, have all of those chiefs and say, look, I'm going to say to you when the minute the Guinea minute all the treated the minute get PB gone across there, they gave you all the briefings. Based on that briefing they gave you, you don't have to go on the scene because the police went there, the police took pictures.
Oh, yeah.
They took pictures, they did every stuff. They displayed these things, so you don't have to go there in person. Because you visiting the scene alone could escalate whatever situation the Guineans are having. The Guineans say, oh, so the man, they think what we are doing with the man can bring the whole speaker to the border. Mind you, there is no record to show that the first, second, and third most powerful people in Guinea ever went to the border.
So it's
those
like
people there, they were just
you understand that? Thank you. That's the point. Yeah. That's the point. So there is no record to show that the Guinean president now go to that border, or the Guinean vice president now go there, or the Guinean speaker now go there. Right? So we are looking for an amicable way to solve the problem. We want to solve the problem through a non-violent, means. Like we said, no. Jerome, we want to say with boom of fire. No, we don't want nobody fire. We're looking for the more amicable way to solve the problem. So are you going to take your lawmakers to the border to see? The first thing is show that, like you said, the two of you, it show that you do not even know what you're doing. It's childish. It's a clear sign of ineptitude. Some of the security chiefs, let them brief you. Based on the briefing, you pick up the telephone, call. If that's Sidiki, the speaker in Guinea, you find who the speaker for the Guinean parliament. You know, funny, I need the information. I don't want to be guessing. Find the speaker number, call the man. If you can speak French, hire somebody. And hire somebody, the person will be there, and be your interpreter. Talk to the man, man, let's meet. Let's go Abuja. But to go take the people all the way to that place, you could even make the Guineans annoyed. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what we're doing. We will do it anyway. They're breaking their time with travel, man. It means the next time the vice president come here. And that's what we're doing. You can go to Jamaica, got trip to go to that place. And that will be wrong. Yeah, when you finish with birthday party, because our people were having issues with the border, you're celebrating birthday in Nimba.
And it is risky all over, as you said, because imagine if it were Nigeria.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I just say something. People will be asking for ransom before they release, even if it's not.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Beyond that, somebody lawmaker there, they have security people there who ain't got no training. Thank you.
No.
So the next thing, any small thing gonna spark up, maybe some late tension. So one minute you're gonna take all the small toys and start releasing to them.
Yeah.
And when by the time you start releasing, it escalate tension. You start getting reply, you know, a small iron coming to you. No, I mean, the guys that trigger happen. I mean, somebody who crossed to come to your area, you think the person well prepared. You just wasn't joking. The person ain't joking. So all that just show voting thing what I've been doing. That thing was never yellow machine exhibition. Why the lawmaker had to go to the border? All go do that.
They eat money.
You think a yellow machine? Oh yeah, the money. Over $4,000-5,000 just for the trip. You think a yellow machine you're going to uncover?
So according to the information I'm getting, it says
the current speaker
is Dancer Kuruma.
Okay,
so
Dancer Kuruma.
The National Assembly.
Kuruma that kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid Kun and Kuruma. So Kun, you are called Kuruma. Call your man Kuruma and tell him, man, here is the situation. Look, you have gone to the border there. You don't want to justify some of the loose money you're eating in that capital building. And it's terrible. That was one of the lawmakers did not go. So lawmakers who are my friends who I know, the military said, we're not going to go to that place because this is not timely. It is not appropriate. It is not appropriate. They went to the place, they said there, Tifa called the superintendent for Lofa County, they started the place, they started talking all kinds of unrelated things. They saw the water. They didn't even see the water. So what the hell you left from Arabia to go to the water side when you will not even see the water?
I think the best thing to do.
We will not even see the water.
We need to write a whole scheme where our lawmakers will add it.
All of us people speaking Adana.
They won't be shouting hello, bonjour, bonsoir. They even know what they want to do. Every time you say, this is where way back we used to do a custom duty, but all the way there is where our fare used to be. They can't even reach there. So what was the essence of going to the border?
Oh, don't love you. That's not how we go. Yes, a Guinean soldier was done and that kind of people.
So the reason why people are in government is because we assume during the election that you're we assume during the election that you're going to school. We assume during the election that you know how to run country. That's why we put you there. But the way you're carrying about yourselves, look, it's worrisome. It's concerning. I do not intend to be so mean to y'all in my comments. You know, I do not want to sound so demeaning and integrating to your character. But the way I acted, small children said, "Nah, can't even do it." You put the small children in your shoes, they will not do it. Ain't no exhibition. Every day I'm passing small thing. Do you guys know the power that you have? Do you guys know the power that you have? At this time, you should be very serious enough in inviting the head of the different joint security in this country. Look, if I was chairman on the Committee on National Security at the House of Representatives, maybe it has happened, but I will be inviting the head of the national spy agents of our country, the NSA. Are we inviting you? Why didn't we see this thing coming? I mean, how come we did not see it coming?
But the head for security was part of the.
Which head of security? I mean, the House of Representatives. I don't know who was the head of security and so forth.
And Thomas Fowler leading.
Thomas Fowler, you know, Princeton, Steve Tikwa, Tai Wongwe. There were plenty. Most of them were plenty in the place. They went there. You didn't see most of them. They were there. They were there plenty.
If those guys wanted to eat authentic Tobogidi, they should have said it. They should have gone there. It seems like they are going to marry Meg.
They got money.
So that was.
They got money that is not to justify, and maybe Thomas Fowler used that as an opportunity to carry them to show them what he did in Foya that made him win. That well, here with CDC that we won't be able Tomatillo
See what
Town Hall.
happened.
And you know, Emma Copeland there.
It's an exhibition.
Isn't that? But it was a call for the citizens in Lofa County. Let me play.
The man at the pro, no one yet. Let President Boga have us.
Natona para the qua, Diamanda Minkinan and Tibaka Marana Pinanadana.
The man at the pro, no one yet. Let President Boga have us to take him from here.
Ofenana and Pinande and Pon to Tamunia and actually Vayundoni, Manam Pomon, Tuntuniana by Yundurani.
We're not taking him from here. The scary, all the weather, what getting is falling. Yeah.
Natona para the qua, Diamanda Minkinan and Tibaka Marana Pinanadana.
The man at the pro, no one yet. Let President Boga have us to take him from here.
Ofenana and Pinande and Pon to Tamunia and actually Vayundoni, Manam Pomon, Tuntuniana by Yundurani.
We're not taking him from here. The scary, all the weather, what getting is falling. Yeah, plantations falling. Let what
Nana Sahaling at your work. Tanapa and the qua, Diamanda Minkinan and Tibaka Marana Pinanadana.
the man at the pro, no one yet. Let President Boga have us to take him from here.
Ofenana and Pinande and Pon to Tamunia and actually Vayundoni, Manam Pomon, Tuntuniana by Yundurani.
We're not taking him from here. The scary, all the weather, what getting is falling. Yeah, plantations falling.
Okay.
Let what
Nana Sahaling at your work.
Okay. Alexa, you heard it?
That's how I'm a princess. You don't want to interpret that because
I guess
there was an interpreter already.
no, but I mean, the first ones.
No, there was an interpreter.
I know.
I was interpreting.
Yeah.
So listen, these lawmakers should be in Monrovia, calling the Minister of Finance,
People are not serious.
calling the National Disaster Management
And you
Agency.
keep saying it.
Yeah.
But that was one of the first recommendations.
Innocent government. Let me tell you something.
That was one of the
You
first
see,
recommendations.
the government is
they
insensitive. Whether they like it or not, at their business. The government is insensitive, and I feel for the people in Lofa. The very day the Guinean crossed, you know that there are villagers who were living by that river. Let me tell you something. During the war, we went to Ivory Coast. You know, I was in Maryland when Ivory Coast. There was a place in Ivory Coast called Nero Village, right by the Kavala River. You can be in Nero Village, you turn right when you can turn good. The rock will lay in Liberia.
I see why you speak pockets of friends.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Go about your friends.
That's for a different day. But all along the Kavala River, all of the towns and villages that by the river, the people got their livelihood from the river and the pieces of land around the river. No, let me tell you something. The land closer to the river is very fertile. More people who got farm, who love to make farm, who live along the river bank, they make the farm directly along the river bank. Because every rainy season, the river can overflow. When the river is overflowing, it comes with debris. Plenty dirt and other things, and deposit those materials on the river bank. When the water dries up during the dry season, those materials that were deposited on the river bank become natural fertilizers. So they normally do their planting at the river bank. So the river bank land 24/7 is fertile.
Okay.
24/7 fertilizer there, natural fertilizer. By the way, people go to set their basket, the water basket, and several other things to do along the river bank. So from the day the Guineans crossed, these people in power who said to know all the book, 2023, that's what they were saying. They said a new book. The people who were in power in the book, they said they have all the solution. The very first the Guinean left, you should have called him, how to call him, to National Disaster Management, you should have called him. You should have called Bangalore. And you don't understand to the air travel house. You should have called the two guys and said, look, what do you have in your budget right now? What do you have in your institution? There is a national emergency. Right? There's a national emergency. That is kind of time you go to LPRC and say, look, there's a national emergency for your social coverage responsibility, give them $50,000. MPA give us $25,000. The other one give us this one. You buy rice, you buy mosquito coil, you buy mosquito net, mattresses and tarpaulin and so forth, and you move the people, find something for the people because you are telling the people you don't cross to go on the other side.
So why are they going to eat?
And then I want to go to the taking them from your horses, your car, one police will follow you, and you'll go to your horse, you'll take the material from there, they'll cross on the other side. No. You do the people like that, they're living in danger. Why the time they go to the horse and tell the Guineans will be advancing? So they'll get caught up in some kind of situation. A serious government will be concerned about what the people will be living through at this moment, but they're not thinking about it. They're not. And when they go to you the jumping football, T5 carry that hell of a car, I don't know, 100,000 or whatever.
Hours.
Yeah. They go to Lofa County and go carry around and making political speeches. People livelihood disrupted. The people better go the chicken, the dog, all the sort of things that the car. Who's taking care of people's livestock? Their farms are in real guinea pig, everything eating their crop. You do not even have a particular situation. Look at what the woman is saying. You know what the guys, listen to what the guys are saying.
From my community, when the people take my leg, I will take my family and go to the president area, Joseph Walker area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
What place Joseph Walker?
Yes, so that.
But then come back on the side, right?
And from my community, when the people take my leg, I will take my family and go to the president area, Joseph Walker area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
What place Joseph Walker?
Yes, so that.
So you go to
I will go to Wasanga. We go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us.
So you go live there,
Yeah, we go there, we all live together. So long he can raise concern for our own area, then me and community belong for everyone of us. We go and share the own area too.
Yeah, that's what the citizens are going through, and we're just going to go.
It's a shame all over.
Yeah,
and when the lower thinking, sorry to say, but when the people who you thought they were inferior, they start to understand that you mean nothing. Imagine the man is saying that Burger doesn't care.
Oh yeah?
Huh?
I mean, that's what he's saying. I can go back to play.
Yeah, terrible zone.
The president, Mr. Burger, he's from the country.
Yes.
Why are you going to say to him? Why want him to about the whole thing?
Joseph Walker is from the county here and that is area. As he said, he want to take the issue diplomatically. Let him try within the end of this month or next month for this issue to be solved. Now we got farmers. The land that have been occupied by those guys, there way we can do our farming. If those guys don't dress back, then me this year, they error. So hunger will be here. Error. As he said, he want to take the issue diplomatically. Let him try within the end of this month or next month for this issue to be solved. Now we got farmers. The land that have been occupied by those guys, there way we can do our farming. If those guys don't dress back, then me this year, they error. So hunger will be here because there is no land for us to do our farming activities. Where we are in terrible zone.
The president, Joseph Burger, he's from the county.
Yes.
Why are you going to say to him? Why want him to do about the whole thing?
Joseph Walker is from the county here and that is area. As he said, he want to take the issue diplomatically. Let him try within the end of this month or next month for this issue to be solved. Now we got farmers. The land that have been occupied by those guys, there way we can do our farming. If those guys don't dress back, then me this year, they error. So hunger will be here because there is no land for us to do our farming activities. Where?
Okay. All right. So that's what it is, Joe.
Come back on this side, right?
I'm from the community. When the people take my leg, I will take my family and go to the president area, Joseph Walker area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
What to Joseph Walker?
Wasanga.
You go to
I will go to Wasanga. We go there. Yeah, we go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us.
So you go live there,
Yeah, we go there, we all live together. So long he can raise concern for our own area. Then the community belong for everyone of us. We go and share the own area too.
Jerome, you heard it from Lofa.
It is sad, very, very sad. And come to think of it, many of those people had their trust and confidence in Joseph Walker. But with this level of governance, in 3 years, I don't know what we're heading. I just don't know where we're heading. President came back from Guinea and say, "Oh, Walker, one of the things our people have to understand. Sometimes some things happen behind the scenes. What I know about Joseph Boakai, the president of the Republic of Liberia, Boakai speaks something, he does another thing. And this is actually the reality because I have interacted, I know, and many persons who with inside the Unity Party can actually back this. And that is why you see these things happening and there are mixed feelings, mixed reactions, and there will be no settlement until the government at the end of the day will come and tell you this is the real story. And that real story will shock you. That real story that all of us we are waiting for, the real story will shock the ordinary people because Boakai is telling the country something that he wants the people to hear. But he's not telling the country the real thing, the reality on the ground. That's why he left Guinea, and then the Guinean authorities stay keeping their army presence within Liberia. We have a very long way to go. And it's scary, it's sickening, and it also surprises me because, like all of us said, the people who were sophisticated yesterday, who knew everything.
How come you're poorly managing the situation?
How did we get here?
You're poorly managing the situation. The first thing is, look, Jeremy, I'm not shouting you off. The first thing is, we all know the problem. Real what Wombe said, Representative Wombe, he was part of the trip. Those who went there, he said, even before going to the border, he sent 2 teams of investigators to Guinea and Liberia to investigate the root cause of the matter. Amongst the issues, he said one thing that the both teams reported on was the issue of mining of gold and diamond in the water as one of the containing issues. Now, why did this responsible government wait for the whole mining thing to escalate before putting it under control? Because the Guinean arrested the material the first time. Why didn't the Guinean not cross to start putting fire up? But the first thing they did, they arrested the material to send a signal. But like you continue, the very project, the Lofa, 10 million project in Lofa, what causing the problem for us today?
And this is speculation, but I can confirm. Somebody was saying, while joking us, maybe the person was serious. The person said the presence of the Guinean army or soldiers in that part of Liberia, the Guinean authority is demanding that the Liberian government turn over every piece of gold or diamond they took from the river.
So, I mean, these are.
I can confirm this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
These are, so that's why it is important for the government to come clean.
Yeah.
To know what the demands are. What are the Guineans demanding? Because when you say the commander in chief went to Conakry, had a conversation with his counterpart, they reached an agreement, an MOU was signed. The Guineans were supposed to pull off, and they are not pulling off. It means there is something that they are not happy with. What are they demanding? On any conflict resolution table, people go there with their own interest. You understand that? Like when the brothers go to the corner and someone and transfer to Accra, Ghana. One of the issue tellers there, he said, I will not leave Liberia until the peacekeepers arrive. Now one of the position. What the second to the corner said, he said, I will not stop attacking Monrovia until they leave.
It was a barricade.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Now there were ECOWAS step in. ECOWAS said, okay. So St. Taylor said he will not leave Monrovia until the peacekeepers are on the ground. We will put the peacekeepers there. Taylor will leave. Second corner will stop fighting, and the country will go. So on the table, when conflict resolution is taking place, people go there with their own personal demand. What is Guinea demanding?
That they are still.
Our country should be bold enough to tell us. If Guinea is saying we want 800 meters between, from the Makona River to so part of Foya, we want it from so part of the area, Look, we have a national legislature. The piece of this country is above any other piece of land, any other piece of property. Whatever the case is, if we have to reach that national decision to say, look, you know why? For the sake of SYZ, Guinea and say that you play like that, you're stopping point and say, yeah, let be fence there. No, I'm saying something right. Let be fence or let be BB pillow. And, you know, let be BB pillow. Let's do something this and that. We can have that conversation. And the Guineans say, look, you know what? We say you have to 40 carton of damo from the water, and you have to go about it all. Whoever get that damo, let go as a person.
Yeah.
There should be something that the Guineans are demanding.
Yeah, and now they stay keeping their
Thank you.
persons.
So the country should be willing to tell us what are the Guineans demanding.
And they're not going to do it all over because they're going to, at this tension packed junction, the government wants to save face.
So you don't say
like you are saying, the disaster management team, the LPRC, fantastic,
good,
but yes, LPRC boss, the other people, what did they say? They said they were taking money to go and surprise Waka with 10 million.
So yeah,
but when it comes to the people who have the money, the people in need, they want immigration officer go and say anything you want. You must let me know. Are you supposed to? How long you going to do that?
Thank you.
How long?
How long?
So you even able to serve 100 or 150 people?
It's impossible. It's not. So the point is, the government will have to demonstrate seriousness. We appreciate the fact that the government is taking a non-violent posture in solving the problem, and that's why I am frowning against those who are going to deploy, AFL to the border right now. For me, I think it's belated.
Mm-hmm.
The time you're supposed to put the AFL to the border, at the time when the men came, they plant the flag, they begin to win, run beyond it, they run back in. At that level, you should have taken the AFL there and deploy maximum.
When the Canada see the equal,
hey, that stick and cost stick. Army men across the world, you see a friend army men there. And a journalist, I can be supporting CDC, you supporting UP. We'll get our camera and our microphone. Those political parties, it can't cut us like that.
Yeah.
We speak the journalistic language. I'll say, you know what, listen, I'll tell President where you go tell President Baka. But we're spoiling our equipment. And we're not spoiling our microphone here. Because we got some kind of play where we can meet now.
Yeah.
That fraternity.
That's the fee.
Yeah. That's what you need to do. So if the Guinean has seen our ever minute at that time, posted at the border where I was smoking water thing that we get, the water weapons that we have brought from UAE,
And I pick up I can be standing.
No, man.
You get told, right?
Stop. No, listen, stop. No, the pickup is why I'm saying
you can put
it's parked at I think it's parked to your house or somewhere.
That is
they want to use it opposite to parade.
I tell you for operation.
No, what do you have to do? So no, I mean you gotta stop. So the guy is chosen. So the point is, like I was saying, it's belated. That's why we are not even calling on you, the government, to go do any military deployment on it. It will be the most dangerous thing you will do. At this level,
is the putting
the guys are already on our side. You can deploy in that one. I want to commend the government on it. For sticking to her pushed back location, because the Guinean pushed them back and say that down there will be.
You try it, right?
That down there you will be. That down there you will be. You're still on our side
for now.
We do in your own country, but now for now you're still on our side. You're not coming close. I mean, with all of that provocation, look. I mean, we gotta be authentic.
We can give it to them.
I'm gonna give it up to the government. The government is doing well on that particular note, and I want to thank them for it. At the same time, there is a need for the government to be bold enough in telling us what is at stake.
Yeah.
What do they want? What do the Guineans seek to have on our soil? Are they saying they want to land permanently? Are they saying if we get them, one of the Lofa County to release the land to us? Are they saying if the people took diamond from under the water, whether they will release the land? What are they demanding in return for peace? in return for us to go by the status quo, or in return for us to do stuff? What are they demanding? If there is something they have on the table, like as I said, you're shooting harder for us. Go to the lawmakers. We'll have a national conference on it. We'll have a stakeholders forum on it. You can invite the council of churches, the interreligious council. You can invite the political parties, the civil society organizations. You can invite them to one serious policy meeting. And so, look, my people, the 1909 boundary, that we have with Guinea, Guinea and Liberia, way back, the Guineans say they want to put, 2 meters or 300 meters into our area. This is what they're demanding. We'll go check the 200, 300 meters and multiply it by the stretch of crossing point with Guinea. How much piece of land we lost? And this is we can wait on it. If we can accept it, we say no, we accept it. We can't accept it, we say no, we can't accept it. We go to ECOWAS, we go to other places. One thing I know, fighting that agreement. You understand that? Fighting that agreement. We can keep talking, but let's know what we're talking on. People say, oh, you should support the government in seeking dialogue. We agree. And that's why we are not even demanding for the government to go and use military, might to confront the Guineans. At the same time, we should know what we're going to be dialoguing on. What are we going to talk about? Okay, we agree that we'll talk. We agree we should talk to the Guineans. But what are we talking to them on? What do they want? What are they saying? What are they demanding for? So until the government can be honest enough to come and tell us what is at stake, what the conversation is about, what was the nature of the meeting held in Conakry, we're still going to be roaming in cycles. We're just be turning around. And as we turn around, what to Solomon Bola, today we went to what? Kunandu. And today we're going to Kunandu. Who knows? Who knows? Tomorrow it could be 1 or 2 more towns in the Kunandu area. And before you know it, we are done. And before I just submit, then we go 1 more minute around the table and we go to cause. President Barker should be very concerned. He is originally from Foya. Foya is part of the place where Guinea people are talking about. His concern should be about ensuring that this thing is brought to an end amicably, without any danger to Guinea, any danger to Liberia and the people of the both countries. He's a man of wisdom, and that's why we want him to use that wisdom and use it appropriately. Because if anything happens to Foya, oh our Lord, Alexa, is he allowed to choose another place where he come from? No. So if you sit there in Foya, at the end of the day, Foya is under Guinea, our president can come from Guinea. 1 minute, Alexa. We'll go to Jerome quickly. We'll go to the lines.
Oh my God.
Would you go to Jerome? Go take calls?
No, you get back to me after Jerome, please. Because no,
I mean, no. So I'm being honest about it because he's from Lofa originally. The deputy speaker is also from Foya. The two of them are from Foya. So if this thing continues and the Guineans continue deep until the whole Foya, where would the deputy speaker say he come from?
I don't know.
Where would the president say he come from?
Anyways, so
they will come from Guinea. And I was president. The deputy speaker he come from Guinea.
They're gonna be citizens of Guinea, so we're not gonna.
And president of Liberia?
No. He's going to forget about the president.
So we don't want to reach to that level.
So
at the end of the day, what is appropriate should be done, and let's have it amicably resolved. Alexa,
yes.
Yeah,
so on a more serious note, the presence of the legislatures. I mean, some members of the House of Legislature, the presence was not needed there. I'm going to say this today. I'm going to say this tomorrow. It was not needed there because from the onset, we had said, hey, the House of Representatives could summon anybody, to have a clear understanding of what's happening. Also based on the influence or the power of the speaker, he could have reached out to his friends from Guinea to understand from their perspective, from the perspective of the Guineans, what exactly is happening and how can we work this out this, and that. Because Joseph Boakai went there to talk to the president of Guinea. So Roger Coon should have reached out to have another perspective of exactly what's happening. That's also another one. So our lawmakers are basically some of the reasons we have many problems. Because where they're supposed to flex their power, their influence, they forget about that moment, and they act as though they're ordinary citizens. Because what they went there to do, that's basically what some citizens have been doing. Because you have people there, people are recording, people are doing photos and all those different things. You have videos and everything else. So they have gone there again just to be able to eat the money that was allotted for that operation, which is not even okay, which doesn't make sense to me, because they should be concerned about those people there. Rejeku again, I said that earlier on, I'm going to say it again. Rejeku could have set up capital, and he could have said the same things he said in Lofa County. He could have said, "Oh, we're giving 48 hours, a 48-hour ultimatum to LRRC and the National Disaster Management to be able to go to our people." He didn't have to be in Lofa County to make that statement. No, he didn't have to be there. He could have stayed here and could have made that statement. But again, when you have presented yourself as a person that is not serious, you will not be taken seriously. And I think that's also what's happening with some members of the House of Legislature, from the speaker and to the rest of the other people. At the end of the day, just to conclude, what I think these people need, what I think they need rescue. They need to be rescued. And I say this clearly. Those people do not have anywhere else to call home. They don't have anywhere else they're going to get food to eat, because it depends on their different farms. They depend on their hands. It depends on their hard labor to be able to farm, to be able to sell. Someone talked about the rice, the area the resident spoiling, right? Someone said something like that. I'm not quoting clearly what was said.
That's right.
But something like that was said. So all those people, one, they need their leader to rescue them. The lady spoke Kisi. Joseph Boakai understands and speaks Kisi. He knows the emotions her voice carries. So this is not campaign. So you don't have to cover up anything to say, "Oh, this is propaganda. We're going to be clear. It's going to go against us." No, this is the moment of governance. So you are governing this country, and whatever happening to be clear. You should be able to communicate to your citizens clearly what was discussed. Do not give people false hope, and then when push comes to shove, they will be told, "Hey, this is what was discussed." No, that's not what we want. None of the way Anya had say, "Oh, we had this conversation with the positive error." If like you tell all like
okay,
you don't cover, you don't dress it. In as much as we commend diplomatic efforts, what happens under diplomatic efforts? What happens to our people? They're hungry. They're starving. They're scared.
You agree with the you tell us.
Please, if you agree, just say it. All we're asking is the government to be honest, the government to be accurate and authentic in information dissemination. We don't want you to come back here and turn it against the media again, because the power is in your hand. You have the pens, you have the microphones, you have the platforms. So use your platforms and everything else that's available to you to tell us exactly what is the real issue and where are we as a country.
Okay, Joe, quickly, then we go.
I'm not going to still on this, but I'm just shocked that just few weeks or days that this issue has buried the yellow machine celebration. And well, on a serious note, I'm just shocked where, when you have ordinary citizens really in need of the government they voted.
I hope small yellow machine are not digging the gold.
You got a yellow machine, the yellow machine.
All kind of
job.
They don't even take our gold. Bring a yellow machine, everything all the gold.
It's like
the Guineans saw this company mining with little machines that they could just grab.
Yeah.
So the speculation is that Liberal government now see gold and diamond. They have seen gold and diamond in the river. They finish sending for 200.
You're joking on that one. But on a more serious note, the government will have to.
I think the government is hiding something. Yeah, I think the government is hiding something, buying time, and like I said, if
maybe the government will say, and you conclude on it, right? Maybe the government say, you know what? Assuming why you're getting talking to the government agree for the people to tell them. Maybe the government say, you know what? We'll go and just have the meeting and say, you know, we discuss, I will be from there. But what we do, because we already told them we're not fighting. For the sake of our cultural exchange and everything, this and that. Yeah, our bilateral relationship, we're kissing in Sierra Leone, kissing in Guinea, kissing in Liberia, you know, in the three area. So what we yeah, so what we do? No, listen, it's not as funny as whatever the case is. So what we do later on is to push our border little bit. We'll tell our citizens, listen, that place tense. Don't go there.
Yeah.
And anywhere where I was living. Anywhere where I was living. By the time you tell me don't go there now, it'll be going there smooth. After 6 months, I had not there anymore.
It is no longer your home.
After 6 months, maybe the Guinea everyone want to create a one P horse, they call it a custom office, you know, be a little smoothie. And, you know, if you know, bro.
If they fucking flock our immigration officer,
if you know, so that's why I don't want us to trash Yaka Koluba and other people who are saying there is a possibility that our government conceded in Guinea.
What is the government hard?
So the government will need to come and tell us, Yaka, can you talk?
But they said that a long time ago that he is not okay.
Good. So the current tells us, Yaka, you are a blatant liar. This is the paper that we signed in Guinea. And the people say, under Section 4, the Guineans were supposed to leave their land and leave our land and go to their original place they were before the tension. I mean, that's the kind of explanation we want to see.
It should not just be about.
Have you seen any of that?
Because other citizens
are also making the same point. Making the same point. You know, so yeah, so my brother.
So just to conclude, sometimes we have witnessed all over on Capitol Hill how the lawmakers, you know, play around issues, and at the end of the day, you would think that Mr. X is not defending this. Before you go low, this happened. The question here is, I think the same thing is happening with this issue with Guinea. You ask yourself from day one, why the government is not interested in sending army people to this? Perhaps they have agreed to something. So we're going to play around this to make the Liberal people feel like, you know, we're showing interest. At the end of the day, somebody says, man, we all brother and sister, man, let's just forget it. I put it out and Liberal stay big.
Yeah.
And, you know?
Yeah.
But for me.
And I Liberal stay big, I'm not bringing it to me now.
And at the end of the day, who knows? But like I said,
the government have to be truthful.
Yeah, that's the point.
Look, tell the country.
Yeah.
Whether we see this here with UP or with ANC, we Cran, Guillaume, Madingo, Christian, Muslim, wizard and witches, you know, Zo and Bodio, whoever we are, come here and tell us, look, fellow Liberians, you know, beyond politics now, we're sitting here, Guinea King, and the cross. When Guinea is the land for them, and they will not leave it over their body.
And it'll be a shame. It's going to be a shame if Bouaka comes back to the people
and say
the thing he should have said
from the beginning.
Yeah, it's going to be a big shame.
Maybe he go on anyway, I'm not going to say what you want to hire on the.
I have concluded anyway.
Yeah,
I think the government come out
and be clear
the reality to the people. They're not in opposition anymore. Let them be truthful.
Be truthful, because at the end of the day, COVID-19 here, you know, remember President Wiatan, let's get back a little bit. For COVID-19, all around the world, Guinea had it, Arcos, all the people had it, right? Then Natana Blama, the EPA is actually director. So he came to the country, you know, he didn't know that he had it, right?
Yeah.
But because he maybe he used power some kind of way and pass through checking prayer. Then they go back into the country, and President William suspended him. Good. The government did not hide it from the public to say, "Oh, I mean, y'all man,"
because it has bearing on the public.
You understand that? Yeah. So, President William, everyone can say, "Look, man, you sit in our home, we give you a lamp, water, juice, after 2 you get better, you come outside." They didn't do it. They suspended him, removed him from his job because he breached health protocol.
However, there are certain things human beings will never leave. You reach certain age. There is certain thing that you grow, you never leave. I think we have two built-up political institutions in this country. One is let's just keep lying, and another one is you have to be truthful to the people. And I think the Unity Party is that one that lies.
So you pick out to be truthful to the citizens.
They have to be truthful.
And actually, that's a very brilliant point you brought up just now.
Yeah.
Unity Party should develop the tendency of being truthful.
Yeah.
Look, the citizens knew the payroll that Ellen left. They could not continue with that payroll because Omewa was giving Ellen more money where she was paying people plenty of money. Omewa left. The rubber prices were up, for which Ellen was getting more domestic revenue. Rubber price dropped. Rubber was not making money anymore. There were too many things, contributing to the revenue increase on Ellen that was not happening. When citizens took power and they knew that Ome was not here, the NGO then left because Ome left. They said, no, we can't keep paying the salary the same way Ellen was doing it. We'll cut salaries. We'll do salary harmonization.
Sure.
They were truthful to the public. They said, we will cut salaries. And they cut salary, they paid the salary until they left power.
And other people say,
why cut salary? Today they can pay the salary. The same thing we're saying. Yeah. Be truthful to us and tell us what kind of thing you're signing Guinea.
Just simple.
The Guinea ain't crazy. That they will sign paper with you.
Yeah, then
it's still be. What sense does that make? It doesn't make sense.
The government is now truthful.
But be truthful to us. Tell us, look, my people, we sign paper. We're not going to beat to the border, but we want to be surprised how we seeing them because a lot of people always sign here. And they will say, oh yeah, that's true. The people that sign people, well, why are the Guineans here? Maybe we can say, okay, you know what? See, we are in conflict. I go to Eko, let's go to Abuja. We go lost computer to Abuja. We go to Addis, AU. In Ethiopia, we lost coming to Ethiopia, or we go to the General Assembly, New York.
Remember, we have partners as a country. We have partners.
And we go to other places. Yeah. But until the country can be broad enough, the government can be broad enough to tell us what went wrong, what's happening, what is the order. We still fight for the solution.
Ourselves, we lost.
And that's not the kind of government you promise that empty here. Gross incompetence. We leave you right there. Let's take this quick break. When we come back, we go to the lines and talk to all of you, our people. This quick break. Crime Stoppers, like I think the government been listening to Crime Stoppers. Why they go for?
Yeah. No, they want to take you on like protecting others.
Don't stop on Liberia is here for you. Remember, see it, report it. This is a message from your whole self-woman, woman self-self.
Okay, Crime Stoppers Liberia. Tomorrow we'll be having the disabled community on the radio. They have a problem. We'll take them for the second segment. Hopefully, by the grace of God, we'll be having them on the line. Ruby and his guys will join us tomorrow via the telephone. We should have had them today, but we don't have the luxury of time. So tomorrow we'll try to make time for them. The Lofa team will not take all of our issues on the platform. So 0886 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Call us and let's have your input on the discussion. Plus 231 86 500 104 is the WhatsApp line. Let's talk to the first person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
I think we're changing you. And that's the other man that you know is me.
Jerome. Jerome.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This morning I listened to Voice of Liberia that they signed some kind of document in the 1907. They find because Guinea was on front at that time, and British were on Sierra Leone was under British. Mm-hmm. So they came together and signed document 1907 document that the presentation the Guinean president put before them, and also Geneva Convention, say everybody must talk to their data. I didn't know what our people said on that issue, that we can hear their secret that honor is. So let them tell us.
Yeah, let them tell the truth.
My view. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pa. We are talking about Nikru Town. Let's leave you right there and talk to this other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute. No time.
Hey, okay, how you doing?
We're great, my brother. Let's hear you. Where you join us from? What's your name?
Hi. My name is Musa G. Brown, and I'm from New Jersey.
Go ahead, Musa.
Yeah, okay. The Guineans are only living by the practice of our government. How did Speaker Kum become Speaker? Ajay. You remember when Yaka Koloba, Joseph Boakai, they went to Lofa County. Do you remember where they did that groundbreaking where Joseph Boakai promised to build some kind of town hall?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that video?
Yeah.
Remember, if they do hear Yaka Koloba was saying that Kamafala is from Guinea, they were pulling the trend and saying that Guinea.
Yeah, I remember. Okay. President Boakai was there. You're president.
So the Guineans have come. They are one of their sons, but deputy speaker for Liberia. Why you want them to leave the land? On a very serious note, okay, this is a shame. Look, we're just talking the whole time about peace. Oh yeah, we want peace. We don't want fight. This and that. Nobody is telling the government go and take gun and start shooting when you have your neighbors there before you guys are cool. You know, from the secretary time, the president Topman, all the guys were good. We all have been women good friends. Up to now, people are still identifying cornerstone within Lofa County between Guinea and Liberia. What brought this thing? Is this telling us that our president do not know the geographical boundaries of Liberia? Because if our president know, he will not go and sit in Guinea and think that he said he signed a document. They come back the same day. Can you imagine? President Boakai came back in the night to Liberia. In the morning, Guinean land on trucks and deploy army troops to our border. So what did they say to us? Then the following day, we have a rude information minister who is coming on air and telling the citizens, if you think government not doing nothing enough, come for gun and go there and do it for yourself. Is this the kind of country we want to have? And then when you say, hey, these guys that they can get data squash cattle, they come on Facebook and they insult you. Is this the kind of country we want? Because they give you data squash car, we want a Liberia that will be fine. If Liberia develop under Joseph Boakai, it will be all of us Liberia. Okay. It will not be a United Party Green Liberia.
Thank you.
You know, so okay, there's a need that we strike this point and make sure that these guys, what we want is that we want the Liberia territorial boundary to be guarded and protected by the government of the Republic of Liberia for now. Let us stop lying and give you a cheek. Thank you and God bless you guys.
Thank you very much. When you think the comment doing well, put me outside available to okay come to go to Baza Pierre Raya, people. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Good. Okay, how you doing, man? This is Ibrahim calling from the United States. Let me say good evening to Alexa and now, of course, Jerome is speaking with you. Mm-hmm. This is a troubling time for Liberia. But what I've been wondering over the period of time has to do with the citizens from the border towns.
The people hungry. The people hungry. The people going through hell.
Okay, the hunger is one aspect. But eventually, if it
I mean, internationalized.
If you know, you call the citizens from the border town that ran away, or would it be like it?
I don't know.
Hello?
Go ahead.
I'm saying, okay, that if eventually it comes to the final conclusion that location can be possessed, what becomes of those citizens, the original citizens and inhabitants of that particular location? Would it classify themselves as Guineans, or Liberian.
We'll reach that bridge, we'll cross it.
They're gonna be homeless, or they don't have a home, or to call themselves because if their portion
if their portion will become the new annexed Guinea land. I mean, they will be living in Guinea, so they will choose whether to be naturalized Guinean or they come out of Virginia to be Liberian.
Exactly. So that's the issue there that people need to equally consider. Because they get looking at from the surface, okay, it's deeper than what you are looking at, and it's troubling.
Okay.
Thank you for the time, man.
Whatever it is, the government after the 2 years of experience, president and the president should know. Okay, sorry, I'm talking. That's all the other person. Hello, how are you?
Yeah,
Quickly, let's say you, sir.
Yeah, appreciate letter and I whatever. Okay, when you play that woman,
No. No, moment. You can understand. So what we need to do, you gotta bring 2 other persons who can speak. You see, let people interpret. I can't trust your interpretation. It doesn't make you a gizzy man. This person, hello, how are you? Hello? Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, this is the first time, man. And if you just feel that the pushing for the return of President, we are citizens now. We will tend to agree with the again. Because if that was not so, why Waka was in the air and Lumia was already deployed? That's the question we answer. Because our understanding is that before Waka could check in as the RRA, Lumia was already putting people across the border. So many would tend to believe as to what he said about the both of them agreeing to what happened. They Waka didn't agree. When he arrived, when he got the information, did the place ever fall back to Lumia or to his brother internal? And what was the information they gave him? That time you guys are talking about these. Our time we're going to take it from there as a government. And Lord, brother, when I in the know of the development of these guys, if they agree on that, we should have taken some steps according our border. So far, the Nimasa, the Lofa County, to prove to Lumia that here we are pushing peace, but you are not ready for peace. But we are not really anything was sitting here.
That's why we want the government to talk. I want the government to be open enough.
You can be able to know what they're thinking and when in the fucking jar. How can you ever be in the fucking jar and you come out to talk? So you see us because, one speaker is not disgrace to Nigeria. That guy is disgrace directly to another institution from the executive branch of government.
Okay.
No, that's directly that he did. Was we thinking one of the people got money?
Thank you.
They drive to Lofa County, they will all come in nothing. They should have found out when they got money in their budget to buy things for the people, to buy something for the people, to buy bread for the people, to buy something for the people to buy it. But you said for the inside, where are they going to get the money for? They got the money?
Thank you.
The guy was going to be a renter, they take it beyond his line. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave you right there. We talked to Man CC. Man CC, you're the second to the last caller. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Oh, God. Wow. There's a whole problem here. There's a whole problem. Lawrence, go ahead quickly.
Okay, how are you?
We're good.
All right, I'm Lawrence Spencer for your audience, and I'm in Johnsonville.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
So the thing about it is, this is the most responsible government Nigeria has ever produced. And for me, these days, I can pray some dinner political prayers towards.
Okay, answer dinner prayers.
I mean, who told you the Bible should pray against our enemy? Have you not read that passage?
You got enemy in the country?
I mean, you got enemy of the state. Are you
an enemy of the state?
Man, I am declaring enemy is still.
I'm asking you. I'm not declaring. I'm asking you.
I can never be. I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot only. That's the reason in a midst of harsh economic reality that some organizing see, better, we can say constrained to put many and speak out because what happening is totally mind-boggling for me. Okay? This government is highly irresponsible. That's why I hear some of you flunkies who masquerading the country talking about Jackie is engaging the tourism and all of that. The allegation Jackie is leveraging as the government come out to deny it. No. For example, Jackie, you saying that the government should speak. It's the same thing Jackie talking about. Jackie is saying, for example, why is Baka not saying something? Why is Baka not deploying our armed personnel to deter the Guineans at the border? We cannot say out the bar and so 140 begin saying I couldn't be. Let's be on the country.
No. We're not allow you go to that level. I beg you. No, bro. No. I beg you. If we can call President Baga, you go to Kubi. I may open more. We apologize on your behalf. Mansi, sorry, you got off the line.
I am trying to be off the line.
Go ahead, man. Let's hear you.
This is how to elect Angela University.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you got here? It is serious. Okay, I'm now ready my first candidate.
I almost asked you.
Yes. I'm not too well yesterday. I said, how did you got here? How we got here? What could we do? Let me tell the two. Let's tell the two. What could we do? So they will apologize to Guinea. We're backing them.
Yeah, we can put Julian in the airplane. You go country, you go be dancing on the road, and be crying.
It's not about dancing. What dancing will do?
You saw the one who was dancing was
It'll be another time. How they go? I was on. Let's for another time. How they go? So what my girl, my teeth just against it. My one apple, one apple, please. Why before doing for over? Guinea, I take it away. And I was trying to. What would you go to Guinea? Okay, for God's sake, say go to for. I know diplomatic. Somebody man, diplomatic. You went there for it, and you got there in the morning 3 o'clock, and the man go at 5 o'clock, and go out in the tree when they are gone. And I see your bed for your two brothers. I mean, he set up or you send me, but you're asking question. Will you go to the boy and say, look, you said that? I think I'm getting some. He stop people there. And when they say, what happened to him? It's not yet go talk to the you went there and talk to somebody. I think he said, you know, when you can talk to provide the spirit. Can you imagine that people? They put all the money for it. All I go, they say, all the people will go and pay and 2 years. They don't get your friend here one more. You will and see for it, okay, then leave it. That's about the next I actually do. But they put lies to us. They want to say, we go to the house. If you not say that, why is not doing? Then you can tap it, want to go for it. We don't want to pay the extra money. We want to get extra money. We shall pay you. We not get put to it. Whatever be it, please. Okay? Oh, God, I'll just go to school. They were talking about them a warrior. They get one get up on 100 points. They get about getting to the everything when they get by the work and go and start to get it. Can you imagine that? If you are called up to follow now for the look at the one that they are staff, they like it when they like it. But then of people will meet someone here. So we're not overlooking the hill, work and find Guinea. All I put is sending behind you can find Guinea. They tell me I can go to Lisa and go from here and there. Then I stop it. Just tell us what they need to stop it. Now, all they don't me a bit tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We leave you right there. We leave you. Every time we're stopping, Alexa, we gotta go. Jerome, Alexa, let's find time to go quickly.
Yeah, and I think Masisi will wish you well. Everyone who knows Masisi.
Yeah. She said she's not well.
Yeah. You have to wish her well.
Yeah, you're right on the Uma. You got a number. You get a number. You reach out to got a number.
You know, Oliver, when we were coming up in Tarleton, we used to be quickly before we used to be grinding issue. And you know, I mean, one quota will be grinding. So when you grind it, they land down your foot, each one a quota. So we'll go to our person and say, the yellow machine got problem.
Wow.
Yeah, so when your quota, it will be your leg, I mean, your foot. So you go by and say, the yellow machine got problem. Man CC is a powerhouse of, and you know, everybody who knows. So there's a problem that I need to, and you know, reach out and that's the engine room. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so go ahead, Alexa. Let's go.
I think I would just like to end to also wish Monty a speedy recovery. And she said that the best thing I think that the people should stop lying. They should tell us what the issues are. So I also like to add my voice to hers to say what are the issues we need to know, because citizens are scared, citizens are concerned, and citizens need answers.
Until we return here on tomorrow, which happens to be Tuesday, the 24th of March 2026. It is a Communications Incorporated production. We will be here tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. Michael T. Tiverson, your birthday is today. Happy birthday to you and Wellington Kofa.
Happy
both of you.
birthday to Flag of Africa, yeah?
Okay.
Happy birthday, Africa.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. So until we see you, have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you and bye bye. Enjoy this song.